So this is a 10-minute mindfulness of the breath practice. Today's theme is all about being in this moment, be here now. And the breath is a very useful tool for being present because we quite literally only breathe in the present moment. Each breath that we take is now. We can't breathe 5 minutes ago. We can't breathe the next breath on Tuesday or Wednesday. We can only breathe the next breath now. One breath after another. One present moment after another. So in our practice today, using the breath to stay in this lived present moment. So continuing with your posture, your sense of being grounded, just reconnect to the feet on the floor, reconnect to your points of contact between body and surface. Reconnect to your hands as they are now. And around them, checking in with the whole body. Maybe coming up with 3 words to describe either an emotion or a physical sensation that you feel kind of as your felt sense of who you are right now. No more than 3 words. And then just let those words sit on the side. Bring your curiosity, your attention into the sense of breathing. Perhaps you feel it more in your chest, perhaps in your belly, or maybe in your mouth or your nose. Well, we breathe all the time, and we've probably done a breathing practice in mindfulness many, many times. So the question today is, where is the breathing felt most present in your body in this moment? And wherever it is, just inviting your curiosity into whatever movement you notice as your lived experience of breathing. And then start just by following one breath in and out. So that breath is already past. And let's follow the next breath in and out. New moment. As the body breathes all by itself, breath by breath, in breath, out breath, we can only be here and we can only be now. We could even just drop those words in on an in-breath, say the word here in your mind, and on an out-breath, say the word now in your mind. Here, now. Here, now. If you get to 3 breaths or 2 breaths or even just 1 breath, and you notice thinking or restlessness or something going on that's not just focusing on the breath, just go, oh, distraction. In this moment, I'm distracted. And then come back to a new moment, a new in breath, a new out breath. And that's our practice. Continuing that in silence, just listening to the body without words, to the movement of the breathing in and out, here and now. Noticing if you're focused on the breathing or if you're in a distraction. You're either here now with the breath or here now with a distraction. Let that distraction go. Come back to a new moment, new breath. Staying with the breath. Just reconnect now with your feet on the floor. Notice how they feel again. With all those points of contact between body and surface. Reconnect with your hands. Just take a few moments now to be here now with your body, sitting in this moment. We're going to go now into 20 minutes of body scan. So coming back into a focus on the breath, inviting a sense of that breathing on an in-breath, taking your attention all the way down through the body, all the way down through the legs, all the way down past the ankles, into the left foot, and from there into the big toe of that foot. Keeping the breathing kind of 20% aware in the background. Invite the rest of our attention into that big toe. The body can only exist in this present moment. So connecting with your curiosity to any sensations that you feel in that big toe of your left foot. Maybe tingling, maybe buzzing, perhaps a sense of temperature, or maybe something else. Breathing our in-breath into that big toe, this breath of this moment. On an out breath, let go of our big toe. On the next in-breath, bring attention to all the toes of the left foot. Little toe, big toe, all the toes in between. Just be curious. Maybe you feel contact, temperature, maybe humidity. Again, breathing in just to recognize what we have found, and on an out breath, let go of those toes. On the next in breath, we arrive in a new moment with the left foot. Noticing what's here. This moment, new moment. Breathing in to recognize what we found. Breathing out, let go of that foot. On a new in-breath, let's bring our attention now into the left leg below the knee. So we can go from the knee down through the shins, the calves, and into the ankles. Noticing anything that we might feel on the skin, in the muscles, maybe even the bones. As we do this practice, perhaps we notice thinking. The busy mind wants to go into the future or the past. Well, those thoughts are our experience in this moment, but they're pulling us out of the moment and into something that does not exist. So we can just say, oh, there's thinking. Maybe I'm planning or imagining, remembering, ruminating. It's interesting. Let's come back to this moment, a new breath, new focus on the leg. We let go of the lower leg. And on another in-breath, we can come to the upper left leg, knee and thigh, the front thigh, the back thigh, maybe even up to the pelvis, the hip. We can check in with the skin, any sensations we feel, temperature, or maybe contact with clothing or with whatever we're sitting on. Maybe noticing muscles. Perhaps they feel tense or relaxed. Maybe some tightness. Perhaps even a sense of something pulsing or buzzing. And the bones, sense of solidity in the middle of the leg there. And taking a in-breath. On an out-breath, we let that leg go. And on the next in-breath, we come down the right leg to the toe, the big toe of the right foot. Breathing in to recognize what we notice in this moment. Breathing out, let go of that toe. On the next in-breath, coming down to notice anything in the toes of the right foot. On an in-breath, new moment. On an out-breath, let go of those toes. Next in-breath, inviting our curiosity into the whole of the right foot. Any sensations that we notice there. Noticing again this in-breath. On the out-breath, we let that foot go. The next in-breath will bring us into the lower right leg. And with this in-breath, recognize those moments that we've spent in that leg. On an out-breath, we let it go. And we meet a new moment, new you, with the in-breath coming into the right thigh, upper thigh, lower thigh, hip. New curiosity. What is the lived experience in that leg right now? With an in-breath, new moment. An out-breath, we let that upper right leg go. New in-breath, come into the pelvis, the lower back. The bones of the pelvis, the muscles that we sit on, the lower back. Just checking in with any sensations in this region of the body with curiosity. What's there right now? Then we breathe in to recognize that's our lived experience of that moment. On an out-breath, that moment is gone. And the next in-breath, we start all over again. But this time we bring our attention up to the middle and upper back. Tracing the spine. Perhaps feel the movement of the breathing through the back. Shoulder blades and the muscles around the upper and mid back. And we invite curiosity because we're meeting this for the very first time. This sensation in the muscle, in the bone, in the posture. It's just of this moment. So we breathe in there. New breath, new moment. On an out breath, we let that go. It's gone now. And to stay with the present moment, breathing in to the shoulders, the upper arms. Just allow our attention to come slowly down through the elbows, the forearms, and back to those hands that we're revisiting. Now, in this moment, just being curious, bring your attention, your awareness into the shoulders and the arms and the hands, to any sensations that might draw your attention or your curiosity. And again, if there's any thinking, because there is always thinking, noticing where the mind is trying to go, past, future. Let that go. Just say, oh, there's a bit of a distraction. I've been, rather than being with my arms and my shoulders in this moment, I'm in my thinking. Take a new breath, new moment, and bring your attention back into the shoulders, the arms, and the hands, and meet them again in this new present moment. In this moment, we have no past, we have no future. There is no burden that we have to carry. There's no memories. There's no planning. Simply being with whatever we feel in the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. With an in-breath, we come into those sensations. On an out-breath, we let them go. And we invite our attention to move on the next in-breath to the neck and the throat. So here we are, new moment, meeting this part of the body for the first time. Just be curious, well, what's going on in this neck here, in this throat? Perhaps you feel yourself swallowing, or the sensation of breathing going down your windpipe. Perhaps you feel the pulse of your arteries in your neck. The muscles and the bones around those. Breathing in. Another new moment. This present moment. Breathing out, we move our attention out of the neck. And on our next in-breath of choice, let's move to the jaw and the tongue, the mouth. Even noticing if your mouth is open or closed, if the tongue is relaxed or if it's at the roof of your mouth or touching your teeth. If your lips are open or closed. Maybe you sense your breathing if your mouth's open. Every breath a new moment. No past, no future, just this breath, this moment. As we continue to breathe, we can perhaps sense the cheeks, the skin of the face. Perhaps we're aware of the expression on our face, a smile. If we invite a smile to the lips, we can feel the movement on the face as it happens in this present moment. Continuing to breathe, we notice the eyes, maybe even the blink of eyelids. Each blink just lasts a moment. In breath, here, out breath, now. So here we are now with the brow, the forehead. And we bring that up over the scalp. And for a few moments, let's just rest with the breathing in here, out now, and feel that whole body connected. Connect to the digestion, the breathing, the heart space, and the whole body. And ask yourself now, what three words describe the way you're feeling now? Physically or emotionally. As you do that, just drop back to focusing on your breathing. In, here, out, now. Here, now. Each breath, a new beginning. This continuous sequence of present moment. So we're now going to move into 10 minutes meditation on thoughts and feelings. Staying with your breathing, still inhabiting this body in this present moment. Begin to notice the sounds in the room around you. In the world around you. And continuing today's theme of being here and now, notice how sounds exist only in the present moment. These sounds that we hear, they're not from yesterday or tomorrow, they are now, here, and present. And some sounds are continuous, maybe the hum of a computer fan, moment by moment by moment by moment. Just this continuous stream of present moment sound. Or the ticking of a clock, moment by moment, sound and silence. So without my voice, just noticing any sounds that may rise or fade, loud or soft, and how those sounds and the soundscape changes moment by moment, breath by breath. And if you notice any impulses, an urge to move, to shift, to do something else other than sit here in practice, today can we just notice those urges as something that arises in the moment, but just say to yourself, no action required right now. Let go of the impulse. Maybe even notice how it feels in the body, how it affects you in this moment. If there's any thinking that comes up with that impulse, then just breathe a new moment and just be with the evolution of that experience of having an impulse or having a thought, but doing nothing except observe how it's felt in the moment. Whatever your habit is of whatever you're used to doing when you have these impulses, let's try something new today and just do nothing. Be with the sounds, the thoughts, the feelings, the impulses, and just observe them as if we were observing buses coming and going from a gare routier or a bus stop or a bus station. And we just observe. So our last 5 minutes or so of practice will be in silence. Mindfulness of sounds and thoughts and feelings, impulses, noticing how these are lived moment by moment in body and mind, just being the observer. If you notice that in the silence you've accidentally got onto the bus and you are now in the thinking, just get off at the next bus stop, sit back down, come back to the breathing, this new breath here, this in here, out now. Come back to your here and now, in and out. Open a little bit of space to observe what fills the present moment now. Once you're off that thought bus, is it a sensation, an emotion, another impulse? Just come back to that space of curious observation, breathing, and being present. So as we come into the final moments of our practice, let's revisit our theme of just being here now. Nothing that happens earlier in our lives before we began this practice. So anything before my 7 o'clock, whatever time you usually log into this practice, nothing exists before that. And while we finish our practice, nothing exists after either. We just exist in this present moment. But the one we're in now is very different, maybe, from the one where we started our practice an hour ago. So, once again, just asking yourself 3 words to describe your physical sensation, your energy, your mood, your emotions. 3 words to describe this version of yourself in this present moment. We're going to end the recording there and the meditation there. I'm going to take you into a whiteboard and we're going to do a little exercise based on reporting back on our experience within the time frame of this practice.